الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Today I will inshallah teach all of you how to treat your children the way Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ولد له ولد فليحسن نسمه وأدبه. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, he who is blessed with a child should give him or her a good name and teach them good manners. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us here that when a child is born, you should give them a nice name, which has a nice meaning in all languages. It's actually haram to give a name to your child which has a beautiful meaning in Arabic, but in another language means something that's not nice. The second part of the hadith explains to us that when a child is born, you should teach them good manners and tell them why it's good to have good manners. When a child is small, they don't really know how to behave with other people or even talk properly to another person. It's the parents' job to make sure that they know about manners and they know how to behave with other people whilst they are young. All children like new things, whether it's about Islam or whether it's about technology. So instead of teaching them about how to use the iPad or how to use the computer, teach them how to pray Salah or teach them how to fast in Ramadan. It will be harder to teach the children when they are older about Islam because they will be distracted with technology and other worldly matters. Recently, a sister rang me and asked me if I could help her teach her child how to be a good Muslim. She added on after that her child doesn't listen to her or even help around with the household chores. I then went on to asking the sister, how did you bring her up? How did you bring your child up when he was younger? She replied by saying to me, when I used to do the household chores, I used to leave him in front of the TV while I used to do the cleaning or making the food. Straight away, I knew where the problem was. Instead of teaching a child how to be a good Muslim and help around the house, she taught him about things that he didn't really need to know. If you want a good relationship with your children, and from a young age, spend time with them. Go out to the park, go to the local masjid, do things that are fun for them. If you're working 5 days a week and from 9 to 5, then think about how will your children react to that. When you're retired and the children are still young, will they want to spend more time with you or will they want to ignore you? أقول قولي وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. Like all parents, children have Islamic rights as well. All the children have to respect their parents But in Islam, parents have to respect their children as well. Inshallah, I'll try to explain all the rights. Is your child right that even way before they are born, that the parent, the husband or the mother, finds a good spouse for them? Is the fact that your child will have half the genes of your mother and half the genes of your father. For example, if the father is like a good businessman and earns lots of money, is a fact that your child will earn lots of money and will become a good businessman. If your mother, for example, likes shopping or likes spending a lot of money, then you're gonna have half of her gene and spend lots of money and shopping. If you're So all the brothers and sisters that are looking to get married, make sure you think about, is this person right enough to carry my child to Jannah, or is this person not fit enough to Jannah? Another right your child has is when they are born, it's the father's job to make sure that the first thing they listen to is the adhan, whether the father does it himself or whether he calls someone to do it for him. Like I said before, when a child is born, it is their right to give the child a good name with a good meaning. You need to give them a name which they will be proud of when they are older and not cursing you when they're older. It is mustahab for a father that when a child is born, they have to plant an akikah for him. If it's a boy, then the parent needs to donate 2 sheep to a poor family. If it's a girl, then only 1. To help your children become better Muslims, show them the cool side of Islam. Be a good Muslim and show them that Muslims have fun as well. Instead of the children wanting to grow up and be hip hop artists, they want to be like Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Only if you teach them properly. Don't force them to be Muslims, because then they'll just turn away totally, and God will ask us what happened. If you need help showing them the cool side of Islam, then take them out every month or every year. Go on holiday or go out of the city for a bit. Show them what Allah has made for the Muslims, and not stay in the same city for the whole month. And make sure your children, they spend time with good people. If their friends pray 5 times a day, the children are more likely going to pray 5 times a day. If their friends go out on the street and mess about, it's more likely the child is going to go out and mess about. Nowadays, there are Islamic centers and lots of halal activities to do for children. So send them to Islamic sports teams or send them to classes where they'll interact with good Muslims. Also, these groups need help, whether it's funding or whether it's voluntary work. So these classes have things to do for all ages. Now I'll read a story about Umar radhiyallahu anha. Abdullah Samarkandi radhiyallahu anha has related that a man has brought his son to Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu and said, "My son does not obey me. He is disobedient to me." Hearing this, Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu said, "Oh boy, why don't you know the rights of your father?" Thereafter, "Oh boy, don't you know the rights of your father? And don't you know that the children have to respect their father as well?" Thereafter, he narrated the rights of a father to his children. The boy said, "O Commander of the Faithful, do the children too have rights of their father?" Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu said, "Yes, the children too have rights on their father." "What are those rights?" the boys asked. Hazrat Umar radhiyallahu anhu replied, "First of all, he should search for a good mother of his son. He should marry with a virtuous, religious woman and must marry with no questionable nature or doubtful character. The second right is that when a child begets a child, he should name it with a good name. And the third right of a child is that he should impart religious knowledge to him and teach the Quran." The boy said, "O Commander of the Faithful, my father has not discharged any of these rights. Firstly, the woman who is my mother is a negress, a slave woman, that he has brought for 400 dirhams. She is a neophyte Muslim, slave woman, who is quite ignorant of religious education, Islamic civil manners and morals. It is her laps that I have passed my infancy. She has not given me any religious education. What should I do? Secondly, they have not named me with a good name. I should have been named with a good name, which was my right, but my father did not discharge his responsibilities towards me. The third is the right of religious education, which they did not give me at all. Now, whatever decision you give, I will accept it. Hazrat Umar Radhiyallahu anhu said, O boy's father, first of all, you have been neglectful regarding the boy's rights, which you do not discharge. And now you tell me his son does not obey you, it is you who have disobeyed me first. Inshallah, after listening to that story, we should all hope that we've learned something from there. Shipley Masjid Association have many activities to do during the week or on the weekend. So whether it's, for example, coming to the Quran classes during the week or coming on Sunday to the His class, we have activities for all children. It is important that we keep sending our children to the masjid because these children are our future. In the future, will there be more shisha bars or will there be more mosques? And will there be more people in the shisha bars or will there be more people in the mosque? It is our right, it is our job to make sure that our children grow up to be good Muslims and to be good people. Inshallah, at the masjid, they have, for example, our Shipley Masjid, there are no other mosques around in Shipley. So it's our job to make sure that these mosques are being well funded and are helped with the financial issues. Because if this mosque, for example, has to close down due to financial issues, there is no other mosque in Shipley. And where will our children go then? They'll probably go to the nearest shisha bar, probably the nearest nightclub. But it's our job to make sure that they don't do that. Inshallah, on Sundays we have his class every fortnight where all children and adults can come together as a family and learn about the Quran and the meaning. So it's good for all children. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وآخنا أذأمنا سبحان ربك رب العزة أما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين وأقيموا الصلاة